the nature of the items that the mobile vendors are selling. I will let you fill in the blank on the third word, but it's cheap plastic blank.
St. Augustine's Vice Mayor Barbara Blonder leading the City of St. Augustine City Commission discussion on complaints about the annual Nights of Lights event.
Mobile vendors taking up space, what they sell, was the main topic of discussion, including the number of visitors having to dodge those vendors in recent years to the Nights of Lights. City Attorney Isabel Lopez says festival goers may notice fewer sidewalk vendors during the 4th of July and again in November.
You'll note sort of a ring around the rosy of the plaza. So those sidewalks are also prohibited year-round. This particular amendment would be to restrict on the western sidewalk of Avenida Menendez, basically from Orange Street to King Street. So the western sidewalk of Avenida Menendez, as well as Cathedral Place, the entirety of the northern sidewalk of Cathedral Place would be prohibited, but only for Nights of Lights and 4th of July.
The tightened mobile vendor rules follow a February 20th commission meeting when City Manager David Burcham presented data on public safety, traffic, and pedestrian congestion impacts associated with the 2024-25 Nights of Lights. Meanwhile, the St. Augustine City Commission unanimously approved a mobile vendor restrictions ordinance on its first reading this week. If enacted at the second reading of the ordinance, the restrictions will become part of the city code. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
Be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of St. Johns County, Florida, that the week of April 13th through April 19th, 2025, be designated as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week.
St. Johns County is honoring the people who answer the phone when you call 911.
The proclamation was made during this week's Board of County Commissioners meeting. Sheriff Robert Hardwick says his 911 dispatchers are busy.
When you, as citizens here in St. Johns County, pick up that phone, whether it's a non-emergency, which we handled over 414,000 incoming and outgoing calls last year, the men and women of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office did, or you're on the receiving end of the 265,000 calls for service that were dispatched to your deputy sheriffs or police officers here in St. Johns County. Or you were the one that picked up that phone and called 911, which was over 115,000 times to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. The men and women that work behind those keyboards, those headsets, they are the heroes, they are the warriors.
During his remarks, Hardwick called 911 dispatchers the tip of the law enforcement spear.
They are the ones that actually triage that call when you call, whether it's a non-emergency, a baby not breathing, a car crash on Interstate 95, your house is on fire, or just simply you and your neighbors aren't getting along. Those are the men and women that triage those calls, but they also are the eyes and ears that watch out for our men and women that wear these uniforms every single day. So on behalf of the 1,000 members of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, we appreciate you supporting us.
I'm Daryl Moody.
Easter weekend is here. Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids is going to tell you about all the great family fun happening in St. Johns County.
Tomorrow, all National Park Service sites with an entrance fee are offering free admission to everyone. It's the perfect chance to explore stunning landscapes, historic sites, outdoor adventures, and kick off National Park Week. Join the fun at the 66th Annual St. Augustine Easter Parade. Celebrate spring with festive floats, lively music, and vibrant costumes as this cherished tradition winds through the streets of downtown St. Augustine. Get ready for an exciting afternoon of fun for all ages at the 365 Church's 6,000 Egg Extravaganza. Hunt for thousands of eggs with awesome prizes. Enjoy tasty treats like hot dogs, cotton candy, and snow cones. And let the kids bounce till their heart's content in the bounce houses. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's local morning news. I'm Rich Carroll.